Hello everyone, very welcome to Unacademy. Hello everyone and very welcome to Unacademy. So the lecture that we are going to have today is going to be about active passive voices. We are going to do active passive. Very shortly we are going to finish and then yes we are going to move on to our verbal section जो मैंने start करा है. So what are we going to do in that? Again we are having some very interesting questions and answers for the verbal practice. Yes, we are going to have very interesting question answers for verbal practice, and that is what we will do after understanding active and passive. Yesterday, what did we do? Yesterday we did direct, indirect, and today we are going to do active, passive. Very simple. For here also, I have made a lot of tables for you. Yes, tables बना के रखे हुए जिससे you are definitely going to understand active passive very easily. So you can refer to the tables, and yes, after that definitely we are doing our fun section again. So the topic active passive voice and question answers practice, one word for vocabulary. तो हम रोज ही practice करते हैं, so we will be doing that. One word for vocabulary. Yes. So start with our active passive and start with the lecture today. Okay, so now first introduction as we always do. Yes, good afternoon everyone. आज का टाइम हमारा थोड़ा चेंज हो गया है. Yes, I had an emergency. I had to change the time a little bit, but so happy to see all of you here. Meeta Sultan, my name. 20,000 students for GATE and EAC and other public state service commission, and 12 years, 12 plus years of teaching experience, 4 plus years with GATE and EAC. And yes, I am an IELTS coach certified by the British Council. Again, do personality development training. Subjects that I take are English and aptitude. Yes, English and aptitude. So let us understand the plus and iconic by Unacademy. Plus and iconic, we have live classes, crash courses, free tests, doubt solving, and rank booster. Yes, rank booster sessions. Iconic is what we have a little bit extra in iconic, and what is that extra? Everything becomes personal. Yes, everything gets personal, and so we have a personal coach, we have study planners, booster sessions, personalized test analysis, preparatory study material, everything is personal. And what do we pay for this? 12 months we are just paying 27 to 25. For 8 months we are going to pay only 4650, and for 24 months only. Yes, my code for the plus, what you are going to use, my code is going to be Meeta S10, which is going to give you a 10% discount. Yes, you are availing a 10% discount immediately when you put on the code. Now for iconic also the same thing. You are going to use my code, and here also you are getting a discount of 10%. Now for iconic, for 12 months you are going to pay 45 to 25, and for 24 months you are going to pay 6,600. Okay, the complete package to crack GATE. Look at our educators over here, my team, Satish Yadav sir, Pankaj sir, Malesham sir, Khalil sir, Vishwadeep sir, Arun Kumar sir, and yes, of course, I am here with my team. Now the top educators are taking the plus batches, has doubt clearing sessions, fire gate, rank booster batches. So do subscribe, get onto the plus batches. How are you going to follow me? First of all, what you have to do is just download Unacademy. Yes, you are going to download Unacademy and follow me. Unacademy.com at Meeta Sultan. How you follow me on Unacademy? The Telegram channel, yes, the Telegram channel The URL for Telegram is Unacademy Gate CS. So you are going to go to Gate Unacademy CS, and you have lots and lots of students over here with you for practice. Now 10 channels, 10 channels that we have. We have Creatix Gate, Unacademy Gate, MEIXC, Creatix for EIN Gate C, Gate Telugu, Electrical Junction, Gate Questions, and RRB SSC, Pathshala, SSC JE, and my channel Computer Science. Now, as we already have made an announcement yesterday, we have started with our Sankalp batch. Yes, we are going to started, my channel has started with the Sankalp batch, and we have started from today, from the 4th of December. This is going to be a wonderful revision time for all of you. Each and every educator, our top educators are going to be here, and what we are going to give you is every day continuous, by all our educators, we are going to give you revision. It's a complete package. The Sankalp batch is a complete package for all of you to do your last minute revision. Yes, और किसी ने अगर पूरे साल में थोड़ा बहुत तैयारी नहीं हुआ है या कुछ मिस हो गया है, ये संकल्प बैच हमारा क्या करेगा? दिस इज गोइंग टू गिव द एंटायर पैकेज टू गेट. आपकी तैयारी का पूरा पूरा रिविजन इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन दिस 1 month फ्रॉम द 4th of जनवरी टू 4th of February. आपका एंटायर जो सिलेबस है वो एक कंसाइज करके एक पूरा सा पैकेज हमने रेडी किया है. एंड यस, वी आर ऑल गोइंग टू कम वन बाय वन and give you the benefit of this. Totally free. Yes, Sankalp batch is going to be free. So please आप अपने फ्रेंड्स को बताइए, जिस किसी को भी इसका बेनिफिट लेना है बताइए, और एंड ज्वाइन द संकल्प बैच, एंड डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू गेट वंडरफul rank for your gate. Now the recap of what we have done. We have done parts of speech, phrases, clauses, determiners, modal auxiliaries, verb, tenses, and yesterday what did we do? Direct, indirect. तो अब जब मैं आपको ये क्वेश्चंस करा रही होती हूँ, व्हेन आई डू दीज क्वेश्चंस विद ऑल ऑफ यू, देन यू डेफिनेटली नो हाउ हेल्पफुल दिस इज गेटिंग by knowing your grammar, how helpful it is to solve the verbal part. Okay, yesterday we have done direct, indirect. Today we are doing passive, active, passive. Passive active is something which is very very simple, like yesterday how I gave you the tables to understand direct and indirect. Today similarly we are going to have tables for active, passive, and different tenses. How do we change the sentences? Yes, of course we have our fun section. तो हम एक काम करेंगे, ये थोड़ा सा एक्टिव पैसिव जान लेते हैं, उसके बाद में क्या करेंगे, हम लोग वर्ड सॉल्व करेंगे. यस, वी विल सॉल्व द वर्ड्स वन वर्ड फॉर, एंड उसके बाद हम वापस एक्टिव पैसिव पे आएंगे, एंड फाइनली हम हमारे 4 क्वेश्चन. तो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी ग्रेट. ओके, चलो हम शुरू करते हैं. Passive voice is a grammatical voice commonly used in English, passive or active. Now, passive construction is a sentence whose subject expresses the main. जैसे ही हम एग्जाम्पल्स पे जाएंगे, वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. लेकिन पैसिव जो है, पैसिव क्या, हम एक्टिव इज समथिंग, जैसे डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट है. सिमिलरली इफ यू कनेक्ट दैट डायरेक्ट, कैसे वी आर टॉकिंग डायरेक्टली, वैसे ही एक्टिव क्या होता है, तो एक्टिव पैसिव होता है बाय. So I will explain you how the sentence changes into passive. The subject of the sentence is also the agent or performer. जैसे यहाँ पे हो गया Aditya, he is agent or performer of the action of the verb. What is a verb? Answer. Answered या answering या to answer is the verb. Aditya answered the phone. The subject Aditya is the agent who performs the action of answering the phone. And sometimes the subject may not be the agent. Yes, sometimes it may happen that he is not the agent over here. So let us understand. Aditya was promoted last week. Now here what happens in this sentence? This is an active thing. Aditya answered the phone. The phone was answered by Aditya. It becomes passive. Yes, that is a passive type. How do we put that sentence? Now, Aditya was promoted last week. Now, in this sentence, Aditya is not the performer of action. Was promoted. Yes, was promoted means what? He was promoted by someone else. Yes, by someone else. Here, he is the object. What was promoted? Aditya was promoted. He is the recipient of the verb promote. He did not promote, but someone else promoted him. So, this is a passive sentence. A sentence whose main verb is marked as subject called a passive sentence, which implies that the action is given more importance over the subject. Now you got this action, जो action होता है was promoted, that is given more importance over the subject. Every passive sentence has an active sentence counterpart. In order to use an active sentence effectively, we need to be able to compare both. See which are the best. Yes. So to understand whether one is active or passive, what do we need? Compare both the sentences. To understand the sentence and compare them. Comparing in the sense, how are we going to compare them? By understanding the verb of the sentence, the subject of the sentence, yes, and what is given more importance and how is it placed over here. So the comparison will give you the answer whether ours is active or it's passive. Now active and passive conversion chart. Now before doing the conversion chart, as I told you, let us see one of the exercise that I was talking about. Now we were going to do about give one word for. One word for, as I said, now you are going to try along with me, one who deals in cattle. Yes, cattle to, of course, all of you know. Good afternoon, Amit. Very welcome to the class. Very good afternoon to all of you. Yes, so now you have come on the right time, and we have just started with this before doing on the conversion tables. I'm just doing a little bit of small exercise, and after that we are going to move on to the conversion table of active and passive, which is really going to be helpful in understanding the whole subject. Now, one word for. What is one word for? Okay, now is it better? Yes, is it better now? Who deals in cattle? Yes, who deals in cattle? So what is the person who deals in cattle called? Any idea? What is that person called? Yes, a person who deals in cattle is called a drover. Yes, he is called a drover. A war of religion. Now when we are doing all these words over here, this is also going to enhance the vocabulary, and साथ साथ में क्या होगा? You are also going to know these words when you are solving those critical reasoning questions. Yes, so you know your vocabulary is enhancing, you know a lot more words, and so it is going to be helpful in understanding this also. A war of religion. Yes, whenever there is a war of religion, religion का war कैसे हो गया? A kind of say religion का हुआ मतलब we can also call it a holy war, but actually what is the name? It's called a crusade. Yes, so a war for religion is called crusade. Now a poem for mourning. Yes, I hope everyone knows what is mourning. Yes, mourning क्या होता है? When somebody expires and then we say a few words behind them, but this is a poem for mourning. A poem for mourning is called an elegy. Now this elegy over here reminds me of one more word. अभी मेरे ध्यान में आ रहा है effigy. What is an effigy? Elegy हमारा क्या हो गया? This is a poem for of mourning, and effigy. Okay, this is mourning, not morning. Morning और morning में भी बहुत फर्क होता है. देखिए morning जो होता है हमारा, that is सनराइज के टाइम जो होती है और मॉर्निंग, एंड मॉर्निंग आफ्टर डेथ to express होते हैं जो एक्सप्रेस करते हैं हम, दैट इज द मोर्निंग आफ्टर द डेथ. एफईजी, एफईजी जो मुझे याद आया, एलजी के वाला, दिस इज कॉल्ड एलजी एंड एफईजी. एफईजी एज आई रिमेम्बर्ड, एफईजी इज व्हाट, एफईजी इज अ टॉल, कहेंगे लाइफ साइज sculptures. What is the most common effigy if I will talk about tall जो life size structures होते हैं, not sculptures, actually they are structures. तो life size sculpture कहेंगे, structure कहेंगे. यहाँ पे जो हमारा होता है in India, I think when we do रावण का जो effigy बनाते हैं during what, during the दशहरे के दिन, yes, तो एफिजी बनाते हैं. द रावण जो बनाते हैं उसको क्या कहते हैं, द एफिजी. ओके, सो ये एलजी के ऊपर से मुझे और एक वर्ड जो याद आ गया था, दैट वाज एफिजी. नाउ वन हु इज डिवोटेड टू प्लेजर्स ऑफ लाइफ, जो प्लेजर्स ऑफ लाइफ में बिलीव करता है, फॉर द गुड थिंग्स ऑफ लाइफ, ईटिंग एंड एंजॉइंग लाइफ, इज कॉल्ड एन एपिक्योर. तो एंजॉइंग फूड कह लो या कुछ भी कह लो. यस, नाउ अबाउट एंजॉइंग फूड एंड ड्रिंक्स, मुझे और जो वर्ड्स याद आ रहा है रिलेटिंग टू फूड, वर्ड्स रिलेटिंग टू फूड में gourmet and gastronom. Okay, so these are words related to food. Okay, now what are we going to do next? जहाँ से हमने शुरू किया था, we are going to understand the tables now. Okay, हमारा जो चार्ट है एक्टिव पैसिव का, उसमें हमारा फर्स्ट थिंग सिंपल प्रेजेंट एंड सिंपल पास्ट. जैसे वी हैव सिंपल प्रेजेंट एंड सिंपल पास्ट, द एक्टिव ऑब्जेक्ट्स becomes the passive subject. Yes, whatever is an active object will become change into what, a passive subject. So let's see how we do that. Where our am, is and are plus the past participle was and were plus past participle. देखिए how do we change that, very simple. Active होता है जो sentence in the simple present becomes into passive simple present, and what we are doing, active simple past into passive simple past. How do we change them? The movie entertains me. So here what we do exactly, uska reverse. Yes, we alter the entire sentence, not changing the meaning. Yes, we are going to alter the sentence, but we are not going to change the meaning of the sentence. So the movie entertains me. I, me turns into I. So I am entertained. Yes, it becomes passive. Passive is like past tense. So I am entertained by the movie. Okay. Similarly, the movie bores me. So now here there is a name. There it was me, so I could change it into I. But now here it is Ram, so I cannot change it into I or me. So Ram will remain Ram. So Ram is bored by the, again the movie surprises them. Them will change into they. Now here what are we going to add? Are and the past participle. What is my sentence? They. Now I'm changing, putting there are, and past participle of what? Surprise becomes surprised by the movie. Absolutely simple. Now that was for the present. Now similarly, how we change our past tense sentences? Active in past and passive in past. The movie bored me. Yes, past. So it is already going to be in the past tense. Yes. So now that is going to remain past. But what are we going to do? We are going to add was or were and the past participle. Here past participle is already there. So past is going to remain the same. Soren, welcome to the class and very good afternoon to you. So the past is past, but here what we are going to do, we are going to add was, were, and we are going to change the sentence. Now, active simple. The movie bored me. So bored is going to remain bored. Now me will again get into I. I was bored by the movie. So ये हमने ऐड किया was and the past participle remains at its place. The movie entertained Ram. Ram was entertained by the movie. Them का क्या हो जाएगा? They surprised is going to be surprised. They were surprised by the movie. Very very simple. एक बार आपने logic समझ लिया, so then it is absolutely easy and understand how to change this into this. Present and past continuous. Yes. Last what we did was simple. That was simple. Now we are doing continuous, or continuous can be also called progressive. Progressive means going on. Now passive form. Active form we already have. Passive form mein when we want to convert this, what are we going to do? Here again what we are going to do is am, is and are. Definitely we are going to add and being plus past participle. So let's see how we are going to change over here. If you learn these rules, see grammar has got very simple small rules. Agar rules learn kar lete hain, तो it's not going to be at all difficult. Now the present continuous. I am helping Satish. This is your active. Yes. So now what am I going to do? Satish तो है मेरा subject. So Satish is being helped. Is being past participle of helping, helped by me. I becomes me. Now June is helping and Ling. Sue and Ling are being helped by June. See, very simple and very easy to understand. Tables एक बार आप समझ लो, rules समझ लो, and you know how to do it. Active में कैसे लिखेंगे? Past continuous. I was cleaning the bathroom. So now this becomes my starting. The bathroom was being, cleaning का cleaned हो जाएगा, cleaned by me. हो गया? They were cleaning the bedroom. The bedroom was being cleaned by them. They, them. Rita was cleaning the kitchen and patio. The kitchen and patio were being by Sita. Were because ये plural हो गया. Past में हमारा जो अगर plural होता है तो we use was over. Very simple. So we have already understood. Let's move on to the third one. Now what we are doing? Present perfect, past perfect and future. तीनों में एक्टिव से पैसिव कैसे उसको करेंगे फॉर ऑल द थ्री. ओके, एक्टिव पहले हम एक्टिव करते हैं प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट का, उसको पैसिव कैसे करेंगे? इनटू प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट इटसेल्फ. आई हैव मेल्ड द गिफ्ट्स. परफेक्ट. So perfect is when it's complete. I have mailed some activity which you have completed. I have mailed the gift. The gift has been, क्या have been लगाना है and past participle. Very simple. So has been, have been है उसको has been हो जाएगा, mailed तो mailed ही रहेगा because they have already used it in the past participle, right? So I have mailed the gift. The gift has been mailed by. Aditya has mailed the gift. The gifts have been mailed by Aditya. Yes, by now I think everyone is very clear. तो खुद ही सेंटेंस हम ये तरफ हम नहीं देखेंगे. We'll only see on one side and answer. Past perfect. Now this has to be past perfect. रूल वही है. Past perfect का रूल क्या हो जाएगा? Had been. Yes. Present का क्या है? Has or have. For this one is going to be had been. Yes, Chopra had directed the movie. The movie had been directed by David Dhawan had directed those movies. Those movies are. Those movies had been directed by David. Now, future perfect. Future is something which ought to happen. Zahir will have finished. So by now, he will have finished the project next month. Yes. So this is an activity which is continuous, but by next month it will have been finished. So now the project will have been finished next month. Zahir will have finished. The project will have been finished next month by Zahir. Okay. Now they will have finished the projects before then. The projects will have finished by them before them. Yes, because missed out over here, they will become then. So we have to add those two things in the sentence over here. Now future tense. Future tense, all the passive forms will plus be plus past participle and is are going to past participle. Let's understand how it is done. Now active. Active में future का क्या हो जाएगा? It's always with will because it's something in the future. So what do we do? With will. And then when it becomes a past, it will get into the other form. I will mail the gift. The gift has been mailed by. Couple will mail the gifts. The gifts have been mailed by. Oh, ये भी गलत है. Couple. Again, active में क्या हो जाएगा? Future with going to. So what happens over here? Okay, this is also wrong. It will become will be. ये wrong है. Sentence पूरा wrong है. The gift will be mailed by me and the gifts will have been mailed by couple. Yes, those are the wrong things over here. Yes, you need to change that. Okay. These are the wrong sentences. Correction करना है उसमें. So this is going to be wrong. Okay, now. Active में future with going to. I am going to bake the cake. My mother is going to make 2 cakes. And future का क्या हो जाएगा? Going to. So the cake is going, not cakes. The cake is going to be made by me, and this will become 2 cakes are going to be made by my mother. Yes. So these are the changes, and ये ऊपर वाले में there was error over here, so which we have to change. This will become will be and will have been. Yes. So need to change those things over here and then put the correct thing. Now present modals. The passive form follows this pattern. Modal. We know our modals, right? हमने modals कर लिए हैं. So we know our modals. Modal plus be plus past participle. Okay. Active में हम क्या बोलेंगे? Will and won't. Passive में भी उसका will won't ही रहेगा. And let's see how we are going to change the sentence. My sister will invite Ravi to the party. So Ravi will be invited to the party by my sister. My sister won't invite Aditya to the party. Aditya won't be invited to the party by my sister. My sister will not invite Aditya to the party. Aditya will not be invited. Yes, so over here will be invite क्या हो जाएगा? It gets into the passive form invited, past participle. Okay, and can, can't, and cannot. How are we going to use can, can't? We already did can का क्या हो जाता है? It becomes could. That is what we did in the modals. My father can foretell the future. The future can be foretold by my father. Tell का क्या हो जाएगा? Tell will become told. My brother can't foretell the future. The future can't be foretold by my brother. My brother cannot tell the future. The future cannot be foretold by my brother. Okay. So that was what for modals. Now what are the other modals? We have done may, might, should, shouldn't, ought to. So सारे के सारे modals वाले whatever sentences have modals, how do we change them from active to passive? Similarly, it could also be passive to active, right? Passive अगर दिया होता है उसको भी हम active में change कर सकते हैं. Our company may give Kavita a new office. Now, rule जो है, this is the rule modal plus be plus past participle. That rule goes for this one also. This is a continuation of the modals, okay? Her company may give Kavita a new office. Kavita may be given, right? Be and past participle. So be given a new office by her company. The lazy students not do homework. The homework may not be done by the lazy who becomes done. Might or might not. Her company might give Kavita a new office. Kavita might be given a new office by her company. The lazy students might not do the homework. The homework might not be done by the lazy. Should, shouldn't. Students should memorize English verbs. English verbs should be memorized by students. Children shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes shouldn't smoked by children. Active yoga ought to. How do we use ought to? Students ought to learn English verbs. English verbs ought to be learned by students. And negative ought to is rarely used. This negative में बहुत कम use करते हैं. Students ought to learn English verbs. English verbs ought to be गलत है memorized over here. It should to be by students. Okay. There are some type errors at certain places. जहाँ जहाँ भी मैं notice कर रही हूँ, I'm definitely changing them. Active. Had better, had not better. Students had better practice English every day. English had better been practiced by students. Okay. Children had better not drink whiskey. Whiskey had better not be drunk by children. Must and must not. Tourist must apply. Must apply. Must be applied. If you will just see the difference over here, must apply. The rule is what? Adding be plus past participle. So what are we doing over here? Must apply becomes must be applied, and the latter part of the sentence gets the beginning and the beginning part comes. Now the tourist must apply for a passport to travel abroad. To travel abroad, what? A tourist must apply. A passport to travel abroad must be applied for. But here they have not written the tourist, so it's a wrong thing. This is not correct. To travel abroad, a tourist, a passport must be applied by the tourist. Yes, that is the correct sentence. This sentence over here is wrong. Customers must not use that door. That door must not be used by customer. This sentence is wrong here because this does not have tourist over here. That word, whatever words are in this sentence, have to be there in the other part of the sentence. Has to, have to. He has to practice English every day. English has to be practiced by her every day by her. Because he को हमको क्या करना है? By her. Samta and Mehul have to wash the dishes every day. The dishes have to be washed by Samta and Mehul every day. Doesn't have to, don't have to. Maid doesn't, the maid doesn't have to clean her bedroom every day. Her bedroom doesn't have to be cleaned by the maid every day. Children don't have to clean their bedrooms every day. Their bedrooms don't have to be cleaned every day. The bedroom of children don't have to be cleaned every day. Yes, there are a lot of mistakes over here on this side. So those are all PPT errors, which definitely when I am saying the sentence, I am changing them. Okay. So please follow what I am saying over here. Active be supposed to and passive supposed to. By adding what? This is the past participle. I am supposed to type the composition. The compositions has or is supposed to be typed by me. I am not supposed to copy the stories in the book. The stories in the book are not supposed to be copied by me. Janet is supposed to clean the living room. The living room is supposed to be cleaned by Janet. Isn't supposed to eat candy and gum. Candy and gum aren't supposed to be eaten by her. Now, are isn't when it becomes for or, it becomes aren't. The they are supposed to make dinner for the family. Dinner for the family is supposed to be made by them. They aren't supposed to make dessert. Dessert isn't supposed made by them. Okay? चलिए now. Active should have, shouldn't have. The students should have learned their verbs. The verbs should have been learned by the students. Okay? The children shouldn't have broken the window. The window shouldn't have been broken by the children. Now, active ought to. Students ought to have learned the verbs. The verbs ought to have been learned by the students. Ought to is one word which is rarely used in negative. Okay? Ought to is a word rarely used in negative. Negative में ought to बहुत कम use होता है. It's very rarely used. Now be supposed to and be supposed to over here. Same past time. The active turns into passive. I was supposed to type the composition. The composition was supposed to be typed by me. देखिए बहुत बहुत simple है and I think it's very easy. You have to understand wasn't supposed to copy, wasn't supposed to be copied, was supposed to clean, was supposed to be clean, wasn't supposed to eat, or weren't supposed to be eaten. Why? Because there are two things over here. Okay, so weren't. Farida and Hari were supposed to make dinner. Again here, have two subjects over here. So dinner was supposed to be made by Farida and Hari. And they weren't supposed to make dessert. Dessert wasn't supposed to be made by them. Okay, now as I said, just one or two and then we are going to move on to our question sentence. May not, active and passive. Now understand this over here, as I told you, this is only, oh sorry, this was just the last part. The firm may have offered, may have been offered, may not have been, might have been, might not have been. Okay? So that is it. Very, very simple. And now what we are going to do? Now we are going to move on to our questions and answers. And yes, I want answers very, very quickly from all of you for this. A recent survey has shown that people who have low levels of immune system activity tend to score more, much lower on tests of mental health than. What are we doing? Comparison. जैसे कि मैंने रोज रोज कहा है, what are we going to do? We are going to do words. Keywords we are going to underline to find out the answer. So mental health than do people with normal or high immunity. So what are they trying to tell over here? The low levels of immune system जिनका भी होता है, they tend to score low in test of mental health than the people who have a normal or maybe a high immune system. So now what do? The research was done. The researchers concluded from this. They concluded what? That the immune system protects against mental illness as well as against mental disease. That was what they concluded. Now what are they asking? The researchers' conclusion depends on which of the following. Now, this question is very, very tricky. What we have to do is something very simple. What you have to understand over here. It's very, very simple, right? जब आंसर मिलेगा आपको, आप सोचेंगे कि नहीं दिस वाज करेक्ट, बट नो, दैट आंसर on the first instance when you see this high immune system activity, yes, high immune system activity protects against mental illness better than normal immune system does. Now at the first glance हमको क्या लगता है, this is the correct. चलिए देखते हैं ये करेक्ट आंसर है भी कि नहीं. Mental illness is similar to physical disease in its effects on body system. This of course not relevant because doesn't give the entire information of what we are looking for. People with immune system activity cannot develop mental illness. So now two options over here definitely chalo nahi hai. Now last one and this one. Mental illness does not cause people's immune system activity decrease. So mental illness if we have usse kya hota hai, it doesn't cause people's immune system to decrease. Yes. Now first one we feel ke this is the better option. Yes, that is what I was coming to, that we feel this is the better option, that high immune system activity protects against mental illness better than normal immune system does. But look at this, that is what conclusion from this, that immune system protects, right? That is our conclusion. What are they asking? Conclusion depends on which assumption. समझा आपने? अभी मैं क्यों बता रही थी कि ये एक आंसर आपको हमेशा लगेगा कि ए है, बट द करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर इज, बिकॉज दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज द assumption and this is what, and what are they asking for? Conclusion depends on which assumption. Now here what is this, researchers concluded from this experiment. So this is my conclusion, and what was the assumption? The earlier was the assumption. So got it very clear? So the answer over here is D. So when I say try to understand the question, it's very simple. Critical reasoning is very simple. It just requires that you understand the question and it's done. Got it? Very good. So now you understand. You have to understand from the question itself. Very simple. You have to underline the keywords. एक बार keywords कर लिया तो आपको conclusion depends on assumption. So what we are looking for? The assumption. What is this? The conclusion and the assumption. Based on this they are concluding. Yes? So this is very simple. Once you understand, definitely this, see यहाँ पे कुछ करना ही नहीं है, सिर्फ लॉजिक लगाना है, समझना है. तो जब भी हम whatever we are doing, whenever we are seeing it, लिखते जाओ. क्वेश्चन पे क्या करो, कीवर्ड्स अंडरलाइन करो, लिखते जाओ क्या पूछ रहे हैं. So to go to the depth is very important to understand what they are asking us. Okay, चलो फटाफट से we are moving on to the next one. यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं कि यहाँ पे हमको मीनिंग्स, यहाँ पे क्या चाहिए, he was found very bossy and irritating with dash manner. So now इतने से ही हमको समझ में आ गया कि what we are looking for, a meaning to or a word for. When I say give one word for, हम करते हैं ना give one for. See, when we are doing give one word for, what does it mean? This is the type of that one word for, because what are they asking? He was found very bossy and irritating with dash manner. So we are looking for one word for bossy and irritating. For the same reason, friends stopped him inviting. Now this latter portion is irrelevant. That is just an additional information. Friends stopped calling him to the backyard barbecue because of his nature. Yes. So because he was bossy and irritating. Now what is a word for bossy and irritating? First of all, insentient. Insentient means a person who is incapable of understanding feelings. Incapable of understanding or incapable of feelings. Now magisterial. Magistrate ये क्या होता है? Some authority के word से आपको पता चलता है. It's an authoritative word. So showing authority. That is what magistrate. Repertory. Repertory actually doesn't match over here in any way because it's a kind of performer. A person who performs at operas, ballets, yes, that person is called a repertory. तो डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे तो कुछ परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा था. ओके, इनकेपेबल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर फीलिंग्स, यस, दिस कुड बी एन ऑप्शन. This could be an option. And restorative. Restorative is say a word which is concerned with say well-being of health or something. So this also again here it doesn't matter at all. Now over here, what do we have the word? Either incapable of understanding feelings, yes, because he was irritating and very bossy. But what is my word over here? Very bossy. Very bossy is what? Showing authority. What is the meaning of magisterial? Showing. My right answer is showing authority. Okay, so that is my right answer. Now, in spite of the fact that we are putting a lot of effort to protect the environment and keeping it safe, until the problems of pollution are dashed, in spite of the fact. Now we are looking for something which is, look at that, we are looking for something that is a answer for problems of pollution. How are we going to do the problems of solution? तो प्रॉब्लम का जनरली हमारा आंसर क्या होता है? प्रॉब्लम को हम क्या करते हैं? यस, प्रोड्यूस, रिवोक, नो, सॉल्व, रिप्लेस भी हम कर सकते हैं, राइट? रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं प्रॉब्लम को. तो ये हम एक काम करते हैं. सबसे पहले तो क्या करेंगे? प्रोड्यूस इज व्हाट? टू प्रोड्यूस, तो क्रिएट करना हो गया, राइट? So definitely we are not creating problem, so that we just get off with this. Revoke karna, revoke is to cancel, yes, cancel something officially. I have revoked the meeting for today, so I don't think that is also not the first word to hai nahi, because we are looking for the first word over here. What is my first word? Solved, yes. Until the problems of pollution are solved can be my answer, or replaced can be my answer. Now, so that I know this or this, I am going to next move to the next thing. The failure of our environment seems as best dash. Now, what is the meaning of revered? Revered hota hai having some deep respect. Revered. But that also doesn't seem relevant over here. So now if I am putting my solved, okay, I'm putting my first word solved, and if I'm putting the second word uncertain. Now let me read the question and see. In spite of the fact that we are putting a lot of effort to protect the environment and keep it safe, until the problems of pollution are solved, the failure of our environment as best. Yes. Because हम इतना effort लगा रहे हैं, फिर भी unless and until we solve the problem of pollution, then the failure seems uncertain, because we will not be sure whether we will be able to solve this or. So what is my answer? Perfect. So now we know the fourth one. There is one more that we are going to do, which is the last one for today. Choose the word which is literally opposite. We are looking for what? We are looking एंटोनिम. यस, हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या ढूंढ रहे हैं? एंटोनिम ढूंढ रहे हैं. नाउ एक्सीक्रेट इज माय वर्ड. तो सबसे पहले हमको एंटोनिम ढूंढना है. एक्सीक्रेट इज माय वर्ड. यस, नाउ एक्सीक्रेट का क्या है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी वांट टू फाइंड द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सीक्रेट. ऑपोजिट इन मीनिंग. तो फर्स्ट जो हमारा वर्ड जो क्या है उसको हमको समझ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक्सीक्रेट क्या होता है? इट इज समथिंग नेगेटिव. और एक्सीक्रेट के कितने कितने मीनिंग जो वो मैं आपको बताती हूँ. एक्सीक्रेट मीन्स टू bloat, to hate, to abhor, to feel, show the feeling, a negative feeling. Okay. नाउ एक्सिक्रेट के मीनिंग कितने हो गए? लोथ, हेट, अबॉर, वो सब नेगेटिव फीलिंग हो गए टू एक्सिक्रेट. नाउ व्हाट इज लोथ? लोथ का भी तो मीनिंग समझना है. व्हाट इज लोथ? इज टू डिसलाइक समबडी. और डिसलाइक करते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? हेट करते हैं. और यू फील disgust for somebody. Yes, so this is again a negative. This is again a negative thing over here. Now this I despise. फीलिंग होती है ना एक jealousy. I detest somebody. या तो कहेंगे I abominate. That is also to despise. Abhor again is also to despise. So this word and this word and this word is सारे 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 similar लग रहे हैं. Now abhor का meaning क्या हो गया? Abhor is also that I hate. I abhor, I hate, I despise is again I hate or I detest you. I don't like you. I dislike you. I hate you. Disgusting. Yes, disgusting is you are disgusting. I don't like. Now execrate का meaning ये है. All these are meanings of it. So because when these are the meanings of execrate, so ये सब क्या हो गए execrate के? Because they mean the same or similar. So loath is the meaning but not my answer. Despise not my answer. Abhor not my answer. I am looking for what? I am looking for something which is opposite in meaning. I am looking for an antonym. Adore somebody. क्या करेंगे when we adore somebody? You can say एक तो कहेंगे love. I adore you. I cherish you. कभी कभी तो हम ये भी हो सकता है I worship. I adore this person so much. That means I worship him. I feel such a good person. I cherish the person. I love the person. I adore your guts. Adore एक तरह से क्या हो गया? I adore your personality. I admire your personality. Yes. So that is what is it. So those are all the words, different words that we can use for all these things. So ये सारे के सारे execrate. Now whenever anybody is going to use this word execrate, आपको क्या करना है? Execrate आपको याद रखना है. Whenever I am doing words over here, I want all of you to remember these words. जैसे कि मैंने I gave one word for. Yes, when I was doing this exercise, give one word for. आप सोच रहे होंगे कि ये क्यों करना है? But see, one word for यहाँ पे हम ढूंढ रहे हैं. We give lots of words like one word for. And when I did over here, what happened? He was found bossy and irritating with dash manner. Now for bossy and irritating, what was the result of this? Give one word for. This was the one word for that magisterial. That is why we are doing that, ताकि हम उसको relate कर सकें. When the thing is given over here, you have to give an antonym or you have to give a synonym. That becomes very easy. But as I have always told, when the words are given and you are not given एंटोनिम ढूंढना है या सिनोनिम ढूंढना है तो आपको नहीं पता चलेगा कि कौन सा वर्ड चाहिए. तब क्या करना होता है? यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग. when you understand the meaning of the sentence and especially when you have sentences जैसे unless, if जैसे words होते हैं तो क्या हो जाता है? It's exactly the opposite. So what we are going to look for unless this, so then you know that you are looking for something contrast. Unless if जब mention करते you are looking for contrast. When you are looking for contrast, you means you are looking for a word which is not the same. Okay, so this is complete the sentences में जो होता है. See, these words are easy to do because what? Antonym, synonym. Opposite लिखा तो antonym हो गया. Similar लिखा तो synonym हो गया. Same in meaning लिखा तो भी synonym हो गया. So here we know. जैसे ही हम देखते हैं we know कि चलो ये word का meaning ढूंढना है and then if it is similar, fine, done with this. But if we don't have that written over there and we are given a simple sentence और sentence में से हमको ढूंढना है, तब it becomes थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट कि क्या करना है, क्या ढूंढना है, वो समझ में नहीं. तो बेटर अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. सो मेन क्या होता है? टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. Once you understand the question, you know what you are looking for in your answer. Okay, so execrate का meaning होता है loathe, to despise, to abhor, hate, disgust, uh, dislike. Yes, all these words. And adore कैसा होता है? To love, to admire. So we are looking for a word which is opposite. So my answer is, तो जैसे मैंने कहा वी आर कमिंग विथ संकल्प. यस, वी आर कमिंग विथ संकल्प. कमिंग विथ क्या हमने शुरू कर दिया है. फ्रॉम टुडे संकल्प है स्टार्टेड. और मेरे जो बैचेस है संकल्प में आर गोइंग टू बी टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ जनवरी. तो आप क्या करो, अभी के लिए आप अपने सारे सब्जेक्ट्स अच्छे से कर लो. एंड एंड में जब आपका माइंड फ्रेश करना है, रिफ्रेश करना है, हम क्या करेंगे, वी आर गोइंग टू डू अ रिविजन ऑफ मेनी 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 मोर क्वेश्चंस लाइक दिस. एंड हम जितना रिविजन करेंगे, your logic is also going to work very well. And critical reasoning आप मुझसे भी ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह से समझ. So yes, that's all for today. And meet in my special lecture. 4 PM को शुरू हो रहा है मेरा स्पेशल लेक्चर. अभी 1 घंटे का ब्रेक है. आप भी ब्रेक ले लीजिए, मैं भी ब्रेक ले लेती हूँ. एंड वी आर गोइंग टू मीट अगेन एट 4 PM in the special lecture. Okay, so see you all at 4. Bye for now.